All right, so here we have a board in a bag that was just dropped at our shop here, White Birch Outfitters in downtown Gaylord, Michigan, on this weekend. And I was walking through the shop Sunday morning. I came through, I just dropped something off. I saw this out of the corner of my eye on the bench downstairs. I stopped in my tracks. I was like, this, is that really what I think it is? I mean, obviously, this is not a modern snowboard. Looks like half a snowboard. So we open up the bag. Here it says Burton Snowboards. Very interesting. Interesting font. Shape. The zipper here is quite nice. I go, oh my goodness, what do we have here? Wow. So, what we have here is 1985 Burton Performer in new unridden condition with, of course, broken bindings. They all broke. Eventually. Thermoplastic, this is kind of like what's going on with ski boots. They get old enough, you drop them on the ground, they just crack. So it's not that Burton did anything wrong here. Just the old bindings, they get to a point and they deteriorate whether or not there's UV light hitting them or not. So we're going to show you what they look like with the high backs off. And it's kind of interesting design Jake did here with, they folded in these bottom pieces and just hooked them on right there. And then right there, I'm sure when they're brand new, probably worked pretty decent. I've heard of these things also, these high backs being a little too high and hitting certain people in the backside. Also, we got rope optional in this year. We have same year Performer up here. Same board. I can't find any differences. Besides the serial number here is F as in Frank 58854. Right here, we're say W5 12098. Registration number shaped by the Burton staff. So we're gonna hold up there and see if we see any differences, if I can tell. Besides, the bottom of mine is all banged up because it's been ridden. This one is, oh, that one's got the skegs removed also up there, but the board is not any different. I got a ketchup mustard Kelly and a signed by Hillary Sims, Tom Sims Pro model right next to it too. Some other noteworthy boards, but this one is, it's kind of neat. Like, they got this material here, these guys, down there in Londonderry or Burlington or whichever it was out there. They shaped these skegs. This is pre-metal edges by just a couple of years. This Elite is a successor to this series, I believe, when they first got the Austrians to laminate them like a ski with edges built in. Supposedly that was a big deal. And if you look, there's only two stance options, goofy or regular, on that one. Just like these Performers. You get a 0 degree back foot and you get about a 45 degree front foot. Excuse me. And so here it is, the new old stock, unwritten, high gloss Burton Performer. I'm thinking it's maple that's been pressed and molded and shaped. They supposedly rode pretty good. They made a lot of them. Look at the gloss. And you can tell never ridden because There's no, I mean, may have been ridden. I don't think so. If they did, it was on a powdery morning and it just went away and got wiped off immediately. I mean, there's not a scuff on here. The skegs don't have a mark. And there's no indication, kind of, to anywhere on here has been ridden. Kind of interesting way that they had the bindings too. Gosh, I've never even seen a pair of these. But the later pre-ratchet bindings kind of had a similar buckle system. We probably drove Jake and the boys crazy when they first got these. They go, okay, we're gonna cinch it down like that. That works good. Better than the water ski they had the previous year. Rubber binding with a string. I wonder what these came off of. I don't even know how the thing comes undone. You're gonna go down there. So something like that. They're coming unsnapped. But they go, okay, we got this stock aluminum pieces of some kind. Of course, there's no marks on that one. And they just, okay, let's use slotted screws and put them underneath your boot. Just be done with it. Call it a snowboard kind of deal. And then they got, oh, look at, we got nylock fasteners here with little plastic protectors so it doesn't tear up your boot bottom too much. I wonder if they ever got a patent. I'm pretty sure they didn't. And what was the story? Somebody patented the snowboard. I think Jake might have, and he chose to not enforce it to help grow the sport. But I'm thinking maybe it was Dimitri patented it and tried to defend it, or it might have been one of the old boys, and then they no, it was Sherman Poppin had patented the Snurfer somehow, and he tried to defend the patent, and he later said that they regretted trying to do that. So kind of interesting. And all this is screen printed. Wow, look at there. You see how the whole board's made too, just by looking at it. Even back then, the font and the graphics still kind of hold up today. I don't know if it's a retro thing or what, but it's like, it's so cool. And the story too, I heard recently, I've been told this, but I forgot. Like, so right foot forward's goofy, left foot forward's regular. Seems that more people are regular foot. This is set up regular, left foot forward. In the Goofy cartoon, in the Disney cartoons, there was some kind of snowboard thing going on with Goofy, the character. And he had his right foot forward. He was snowboarding or something like that, or skateboarding. Probably skateboarding. And his right foot was forward, and that's what we call it, Goofy foot. So that's kind of it. That's a tour of our Burton Performer. If you got any info about the mystery behind the registration number, leave it in the comments below. And it sounds like this guy's going to be available. Little crumb. So check out the comments below. If it's still available, I'll put a link in there for it. Thanks, and visit us here at White Birch Outfitters in downtown Gaylord.